I have purchased from Royal Tiger Imports is an 1880/87/15 Italian Vetterli 6.5 Carcano, or Carcano. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I'm not Italian. It's a B grade. It cost me a little bit over $180. It was on there for $149. It is now sold out from what I've seen. So let's open it up all the way and see what it looks like. Before I do that, I wanted to show you, I've seen a lot of people open it with just bubble wrap, but they actually have styrofoam packed in here, and I mean packed in here. So it looks like their packing job has picked up a little bit better than what I've seen on YouTube. I just want to take this time to mention how impressed I am with Royal Tiger Imports packaging, because I've seen a lot of videos over the last year and even 2 years of some of the packages that have arrived at people's doors with these same rifles, and they're just thrown in there with a little bit of this bubble wrap. That's about it. This one was actually packed, completely wrapped perfectly in bubble wrap, surrounded by cardboard, stuffed with styrofoam. So I'm liking that packaging job they did. So far, so good. But now we need to see what the condition of this rifle looks like. Like I said previously, it is a B grade. Italian Vetterli 1880/87/15 6.5 Carcano. So we'll see. For a B grade, I'm not actually disappointed. Very rusty, very dirty. Definitely going to need to replace a lot of stuff on it. It actually does come with the cleaning rod. It actually has both swivels. It has that swivel, and it has a swivel on the buttstock. Very dirty. Oops, I popped the bubble wrap. Has a marking right there. Very dirty, as expected. This, very loose, so I'm probably going to replace that and or tighten it up after I clean it. Not really sure yet. Gonna have to buy a different stock and put everything back on a new stock. This stock is iffy. Probably gonna buy a whole new bolt as well. Maybe. Depends how well it cleans up and what it looks like when it's done. Very dirty though. $18.91 maybe? I can't see, I'll have to clean it up. One thing I noticed right off the bat was there's a crack right there, which I guess is common. Actually, I know it's common. But then I flipped that over and I saw that, which could explain its looseness. Very dirty, might I mention. There's a crack all the way up into there. I'm probably going to buy a new whole stock to refurbish this and make it maybe a fireable gun. We'll see. Well, that's my first impression of a B grade Royal Tiger Imports Italian Vetterli. I've seen people get worse. I'm not saying this is great. This is far from it, you know. But this is what you expect, you know. Interesting enough, the bolt works great. Oh, phone fell over. Kind of expected that. This part is disappointing. There's a bad crack from there all the way down to here, and that's why I'm gonna have to replace this entire stock. Not the end of the world. Could have been worse. As I expected, my Vetterli 1880-87/15 6.5 Carcano rifle, which is a B grade, is in horrible condition. Not sure how I'm going to play this out, but I have a couple of options, which are all doable. I took it apart. And let me just say, this stock is no longer usable. Parts of in here have broken off. It was really, really bad. Like, really, really bad. Kind of bummed by it. Like, I can feel this whole thing kind of cracking and coming apart. But like I said, it came with things that I didn't expect it to come with, especially in a condition like this. It came with the complete buttstock in phenomenal condition. All the screws are in great condition. The magwell and all that stuff down there, the bolt and the barrel, most likely going to be perfectly fine when it's all said and done. It came with 2 swivels to put a strap on so you can carry it on your back. They were in great condition. The piece that goes right there, great condition. It's just the stock and a couple of small pieces that broke. So these are the parts that are not good and or broke. 2 parts of the magwell part of the stock, the wood, and I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the part that goes way up here at the end of the barrel, and it was these things basically broke coming out. I mean, this rifle is in bad condition. I can't actually get in there to show you the bore very well, but rifling's gone and the barrel is dirty as hell. To give you an idea what I mean by the barrel is dirty as hell, there you go. This is going to be a fun cleanup. I'm keeping this barrel and bolt. I am not doing that, by the way. It's just moving. Got the bolt out. Figured out why it wouldn't come out the way that it was supposed to. Turns out, you can see how old this is. It was broken, which makes sense. Holy fucking cleanup work I got. It's missing the 2 things that go in here, which I believe are the extractors. But then, my brain is smart enough to realize that those are on the bolt. See, I got you guys to think I didn't know that. Oh man, that's some fucking shitty gunk. I mean, there's old 1880 markings all over this. And why do I say they're 1880? Well, I don't actually know. But I know that this is an 1889 barrel. So this was made the year 1889, which explains its old-ass age and old markings. Not the worst condition for this. The only thing I have noticed is that there is a huge dent right here. And I know you guys can see that too. So I have 1 of 2 options. Try to dent it back out or get a whole new one. I'm leaning towards just get a whole new one. Seeing that I'm going to try to shoot this. Doesn't seem like it's in that bad a condition. Very dirty, don't get me wrong. Unusable. As expected. Going to try to make it work. I should be able to. Every single part that this rifle needed to function, other than the stock, completely salvaged in good condition. Time to clean off the rust. So I have to get a whole new trigger, but it's only like 20 bucks for this. Luckily, because I got that stuck in place and the screw won't come out. I broke the stock in half. I literally went to pick it up out of the garage and it just broke in half, which is kind of why I said it's not usable. Everything else is, pretty much perfectly fine to put in a new stock. Although now I do need to buy this and a screw. Everything else works. We can see through the barrel now. There is rifling. What I'm doing is I'm polishing and grinding these down. And they all look a lot better. I just bought a new stock, so once it arrives, I'll be able to put this whole thing together and everything will be clean. I got this in pretty good shape. I'm actually going to keep this instead of buying a brand new one just to give it that older look. Keep it somewhat historical, I'm also going to keep this. I might buy another one, I don't know. I kind of like the historical look to this one, but it's the function and ability to withstand being used when firing that has me thinking I better just buy a newer one. Yeah, I might actually do that. Still haven't decided. And as you see, every other part in here is now cleaned, not rusted. Compared to what this looked like when I first got it all rusted out, I got it looking great. Took me a while. I got it looking a lot better. You don't want to know what kind of hell I had to go through to do this. Get it looking this nice, Now, let me show you something that really fascinates me. These are original 1889 markings, or at least from that time frame. Don't know what that means. It's old. 1889. Don't know what that means. I'm actually glad this one did not come with the sight, because I got a project where I'm going to try to mount a scope on here just to see if it gives me any accuracy. It's an older cartridge, so, it might not have any good accuracy, but I've seen people get some decent accuracy, just not what you get out of a modern day cartridge. I mean, it shoots smokeless powder cartridges, but they're not as accurate as your modern day smokeless powder cartridges. You know what I'm saying? Can be, but just kind of not as common as it is with like 308, So I have all of the parts that I need in order to have a fully functional Vetterli 6.5 Carcano, except for the trigger now and the stock. I found a stock that is perfect and great condition, and I'm probably going to get that if it's still available, maybe next month. Maybe. I can get a trigger for 30 bucks, maybe 50, 60 bucks if I'm looking for a really nice one that's not going to need a whole lot of cleaning. But if I got a clean one for cheap, I don't mind. I cleaned all these and they were bad. So part 2 of this video is going to be when I have a stock and all the components and I put the rifle together and go shooting. And that will be at a later time. I got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. But there's an upcoming video coming as well with a sniper rifle 6.5 Grendel with a side charging handle to be exact. So stay tuned for that as well.